is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel with 20/20 vision. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today, there's plenty to cover in the world of violence. Tony's MMA Corner is sponsored by my patrons. By clicking the link in the description, you too can become a patron on my Patreon. All proceeds go to the funding of eye exams for all MMA judges. This past weekend, Jon Jones unleashed a series of tweets that has left this fan of violence absolutely perplexed. What could all this mean? I don't know, but much like Dana White and slap fighting, I don't think there's anything wrong. Everything's going just fine. Speaking of fighters who may have had one morphine drip too many, Paddy Pimblett went off on his former opponent, Jared Gordon. Yeah, I want to punch his head in towards the end of the year. I'm going to run it back. I hope he beats Bobby Green, because I snapped his arm for him in a round. Had a boxing match with him, and I still won. Because you're shit. Strong words from the Hart family's baby boy. This past weekend, Uncle Dana once again blessed us with another great free card. One of the standouts of this card was Nate the Train. This guy has the potential to be America's Conor McGregor. Sure, we have guys like Colby Covington that love to do that little bit extra outside of the cage. But with Colby, you kind of know it's an act. He kind of says it. So it's missing that authenticity. But with Nate, you're getting exactly who he is when he starts talking on the mic. And this fan of violence is starting to dig it. If Nate can continue to win in the UFC, I think he has a lot of potential to be a big star. Because everything I've seen from him so far has been absolute gold. In the main event, Corey Sandhagen had a hell of a performance against the very mean Chito Vera. I picked Chito to win, but Corey Sandhagen had different plans. Unless, of course, you were that one judge that thought Chito Vera edged out a victory. I mean, what is going on with the judging in MMA? Corey Sandhagen kind of brushed it off his shoulders, and he mentioned that that's going to keep happening. Bad decisions, unless they change the rules. But what rules is he talking about? What could have possibly possessed that judge to give it to Chito Vera? I just don't understand. And MMA judging is getting pretty scary. This is why I am making my plea to all fighters. In the world of combat, you need to bludgeon each other. You must fight to the death. Because these judges are out to ruin careers. The UFC has made it official that Donald Cerrone is now going to be part of the UFC Hall of Fame. And we know it was only a matter of time before they made this announcement. As everyone knows, I am just a fan of violence. And one of the people that made me a fan of violence was Donald Cerrone. Whether he was winning or he was losing, his fights were absolute fire. Yeah! Whether he was kicking somebody in the head like a Matt Brown or a Jim Miller, or unleashing a video game combo on Rick Story. I mean, who could forget that one? Epic Cerrone. Or kicking the legs off of Eddie Alvarez, or showing his well-rounded skills and submitting the likes of Edson Barboza and Evan Dunham. Donald Cerrone always brought it. And he truly deserves a spot in the UFC Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Don Cerrone. you finally get to ride off into the sunset and enjoy that secret juice. Continue getting jacked and making movies. Yeah! Well, guys, that's it for me this week. And as always, I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner. Yeah!